Fanatics Fest is the real deal experience. Oh my God, Jake Paul, the kids love him. And then you have the legend Mike Tyson.
I got Jake Paul knocking him out.
I love Mike Tyson. He's got
Iron Mike Tyson.
On November 15th, 2024, the fight world erupted as Jake Paul and Mike Tyson finally clashed in a blockbuster showdown at T Arena. Every seat was filled, the energy was electric, and the event drew the biggest names in boxing: Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez, and more. Hollywood stars, top rappers, and major influencers were also in the crowd, eager to see Jake Paul face a true boxing icon. Jake stepped into the ring brimming with confidence, soaking up the spotlight, convinced it was his moment. But Tyson? He entered the arena calm, composed, and totally unfazed. A true legend, he didn't need theatrics, just a fierce, quiet intensity that reminded everyone this was pure business. For Tyson, it was as if he'd been there 1,000 times before, and that unshakable presence sent chills through the crowd. Jake Paul was about to face the most dangerous 58-year-old on the planet, and things were about to get intense. The moment the bell rang, the electricity in the air was undeniable. The arena was packed with A-listers, cameras flashed non-stop, and social media was on fire. Then boom, go time. Jake came out confidently, dancing on his feet, throwing a few light jabs to feel things out. But Tyson, he was almost eerily calm, stalking Jake like he'd done this 1,000 times before. At 58, Tyson wasn't the same wrecking machine from his prime, but his presence alone was terrifying. Every move, every step toward Jake had a predatory energy. Jake tried to keep his distance, relying on footwork and jabs to stay out of Mike's range, but Tyson's timing was sharp. He didn't waste energy with unnecessary punches, making each movement count. In the first round, Tyson threw only a few punches, but each one sent a clear message he was waiting for the perfect opening. By round 2, Jake grew braver, mixing up his shots with more combos, especially targeting Tyson's body. His conditioning showed he wasn't gassing out like he had in previous fights. But Tyson was just getting started. Every time Jake landed, Tyson would nod, as if to say, "All right, kid, I see you then." Out of nowhere, Tyson landed a quick left hook that electrified the crowd. It didn't hurt Jake badly, but it forced him to backpedal fast. Tyson was beginning to close the distance, and everyone knew that's when the real danger would start. Jake tried to regroup, relying on his jab and using his height and reach to keep Tyson at bay. But Tyson was getting inside, slowly closing the gap. The round ended with both men still standing, but the shift in momentum was clear. Tyson was beginning to apply pressure, and Jake's nervous energy was starting to show. By round 3, things really heated up. Jake came out more defensively, clearly affected by Tyson's relentless pressure in the previous round. He circled the ring, avoiding Tyson's dangerous inside game, but Tyson was on the hunt. Patient but calculated, Tyson unleashed brutal body shots whenever he trapped Jake near the ropes, the bone-chilling thuds echoing through the arena as he wore Jake down, bit by bit. Jake countered as best he could, landing a solid right hand that had the crowd on their feet. But Tyson barely flinched. He absorbed it like it was nothing. That's the thing about Iron Mike. Even at his age, Tyson could take a punch and keep pushing forward. By the end of the round, Jake's strategy became clear: survive and outlast. But with the way Tyson was moving, that would be easier said than done. Round 4 saw Jake's best moments. He stepped in with newfound confidence, landing crisp combinations and snapping his jab right into Tyson's face. He even connected with a clean right hand that seemed to stun Tyson for a second. The crowd erupted. It looked, briefly, like Jake might turn the tide. But Tyson wasn't having any of it. After absorbing the punch, he cracked a smile, the kind that says, "You messed up, kid." Then Tyson started closing in again, his every step drawing him closer as Jake began to look uneasy. Tyson's head movement was sharp, slipping punches like it was 1988. Jake was landing shots, but they weren't even slowing the legend down. Near the end of the round, Tyson had Jake right where he wanted him. Tyson unleashed a brutal combination to Jake's body, and you could see him starting to slow down. Those body shots were doing real damage, and Tyson just kept moving forward. The round ended, but it was clear Jake was beginning to feel the toll. By round 5, Tyson dialed up the intensity fully in predator mode. Jake was doing everything he could to stay away, but Tyson expertly cut off the ring, closing the gap every time Jake tried to escape. Tyson kept targeting Jake's body, and midway through the round, he landed a massive left hook to Jake's ribs that visibly hurt him. Jake grimaced, backing off to catch his breath, but Tyson smelled blood. He began mixing it up, throwing combinations upstairs and downstairs, keeping Jake on the defensive and steadily breaking him down. Jake was tough, hanging on and clinching whenever Tyson got too close, but by the end of the round it was clear Tyson was wearing him down, and the end was near. Round 6 was a nightmare for Jake. Tyson was now fully in control, and Jake's energy was fading fast. His punches had lost their pop, and he was just trying to survive. Tyson, on the other hand, was like a freight train, relentless in his pursuit. He walked Jake down, cut off the ring, and unleashed those vintage Tyson combinations. Every time Jake tried to clinch, Tyson punished him with hooks to the body or sharp uppercuts on the inside, breaking him down piece by piece. It was brutal. Jake was covering up, trying to weather the storm, but Tyson was landing shots at will. The crowd could feel it. A knockdown was coming. Near the end of the round, Tyson unleashed a devastating right uppercut that snapped Jake's head back. The only thing that saved him was the bell. Jake wobbled back to his corner, clearly hurt, as the crowd buzzed with anticipation. Then came round 7, the round that sealed the deal. From the start, Tyson was out for blood. Jake looked gassed, trying to move, but his legs just weren't there anymore. Tyson closed the distance, unrelenting, and it was only a matter of time. Tyson forced Jake into a corner and unleashed a flurry of hooks and uppercuts. Vintage Tyson, pure aggression, pure power. Jake tried to fight back, but Tyson was too much. Then it happened. Tyson landed a brutal right hand, followed by a crushing left hook, sending Jake Paul crashing to the canvas. The arena erupted. Jake was down, hurt badly, as the referee started the count. Jake struggled to get up, but his legs were like jelly. 10.9.8 Jake made it to his feet, but he was stumbling, barely able to stand. The referee took one look at him, waved it off, and the fight was over. Tyson wins by knockout in the 7th round. The fan reaction was absolute chaos. Cheers, gasps, disbelief. The moment the ref called it, the entire arena exploded with excitement as people celebrated Tyson's epic win and Jake Paul's crushing defeat. Fans were jumping out of their seats, screaming at the top of their lungs. Twitter was on fire. Memes, hot takes, everything was blowing up. This was the moment fans had been waiting for. Jake Paul, the self-proclaimed boxing bad boy, finally tasting real defeat, and not just any defeat, but a knockout from the legendary Mike Tyson. The internet couldn't handle it. Jake Paul's die-hard supporters were in shock, posting things like, "Yo, Jake still put up a good fight, or he'll come back stronger, just wait." But after seeing him eat the canvas, those defenses were tough to back up. Some fans were even in denial, acting like it hadn't happened. But the majority, they were feasting on Jake's loss. His haters had been waiting years for this, and now it was here. Social media was flooded with GIFs, clips, and hilarious comments like, "Jake got TKO'd to sleep, and this is the KO we've been waiting for." Then there were Tyson's fans, the old Zeus who'd been watching him since the 80s, rejoicing as their champion delivered another iconic knockout. Tyson's fans were loving every second of it. For them, it was like watching the GOAT prove that no matter how old he gets, he's still a beast. Online, they hyped him up as Iron Mike, the real baddest man on the planet and a living legend. Fans flooded the comments with messages like, "This is why you never doubt Mike Tyson, and even at 58, Tyson can still throw hands like a savage." Celebrities in attendance added to the excitement. Snoop Dogg posted videos on Instagram saying things like, "Told why all not to mess with Tyson." Meanwhile, KSI and others chimed in, reveling in the moment and celebrating the legend's triumphant return to the ring. Jake tweeted, "What happened? Tyson just reminded the world who he is," and everyone had something to say. It wasn't just a fight, it was a moment that shook the entire entertainment world. So fight fans, that's all I have for you today. What was your reaction to the knockout? Did you see it coming, or were you just as shocked as everyone else? Drop a comment and let us know. Make sure to subscribe to Boxing World, and I'll see you next time.